Let's find your mother quickly.
I'd heard stories about the Soul Cairn, but never thought I'd see it myself. So far, it's about what I imagined. Hair, round, this is all wrong. You'd think a vampire would be right at home in this place. They'd be wrong. Let's just find my mother and get out of here, quickly.
I admit my desire to leave this place is strong.
The smell here. Let's try to handle this quickly.
I have no desire to stay here a second longer than I have to.
All I said to Patema was I thought she looked a little portly in that gown. How was I supposed to know?
You said Patema looked fat? So these are really souls.
Stay away from the crystals, or you may find yourself becoming one of us.
Who's there?
Part of me thinks this is a fate worse than death.
I knew I heard something.
Or is this death? By the 8, you are powerful. What's your story?
I yearn to see the great dunes of Hammerfell once again.
I don't want to disappoint you, but it's unlikely.
You must help me find my Arvak.
What?
He doesn't deserve to be in a place like this.
What? Calm down. What's an Arvak?
Arvak, my horse. We came to this horrible place together. We were attacked by monsters, so I told him to run. Please, he's such a loyal creature, and he's been running for so long. You have to save him. A place like this will change you.
Of that I have no doubt. How can we help him?
Arvak? Arvak! Where are you? Arvak, please come back! Come back!
His mind's as gone as his horse. Sir, if I could only... I suppose if we see some kind of skeleton ghost horse, I guess we'll let that man know. Let's see. Now what? Have you lost your kitty? What? Arvak?
Who's there?
Well done, Serana. The enemies here are strange and powerful. Once we find your mother, I admit I have no desire to ever return to this place. What is that? Some sort of plant. Surprised that anything grows here.
I knew I
Wait. Did I just capture a soul inside the Soul Cairn? Such a thing should not be possible. I've got to get out of here. Serana, follow me. This must be where your mother is hiding. No. Serana! Valerica? Is it even possible? Serana! Oh. By Ariel, I left her alone in this place. Now she fights alone. I've abandoned her. Don't worry, Serana. I should have known you'd be fine. Serana? Fine, 8.
I'm not gonna die like this.
Serana, we don't have to kill everything in the Soul Cairn. Got him. Oh, Serana. I'm sure you have your doubts about me, but you should never doubt that I have your back. Now, I swear I just saw your mother.
Look at this place. I can't imagine choosing to come here. My mother must have been terrified. Look at the sky. What kind of place is this?
The magics here are unlike anything I've experienced before, even at the ruins of the Crystal Tower.
Look at the sky. What kind of place is this?
A strange one, to be sure. Do you know anything about the Soul Cairn?
Just what my mother told me. I've also studied a little bit on my own, but there's not much. When something is trapped in a soul gem, and then the energy is used for powering an enchantment, the remnants are sent here.
Any soul gem?
Well, I think it's specifically the black ones. I don't know if the Soul Cairn takes just any leftovers.
Does anything live here?
Look at this place. Do you think anything would want to live here? The only things that can survive here are the Ideal Masters, the undead, and the souls themselves. Well, if you want to call that living.
I certainly wouldn't. Do you think that we'll encounter these Ideal Masters?
I don't think anyone's ever met the Ideal Masters. I'm not even sure anyone knows what they look like. They could be underground, flying above us. They might be the ground. I have no idea.
Why are they collecting these souls?
Lots of theories. Some say they feed on them like I feed on blood. Others think they use them as payment to an even higher power. Almost like a currency. A very strange currency. Whatever they're doing with them, they've been harvesting for millennia. No telling how many souls are trapped here.
Harvesting for millennia? Why would a necromancer want to deal with them?
Look around you. There are some extremely powerful undead here. Even a necromancer as seasoned as my mother would be willing to spend years trying to gain access to them.
Access? You mean to summon them?
Exactly. It's a lost art. Most necromancers just raise up whatever bodies are nearby. A simple trick, really. Child's play. But bringing something from the Soul Cairn gives you something much more powerful.
So, how would a necromancer communicate with them?
Oh, that's usually the trick. It's possible to do it through a simple portal. But to finalize the deal, you have to travel here yourself. And most of them never come back.
Serana, I'd hate to think that we risked so much for nothing. Are you sure that your mother has the Elder Scroll?
No, but there's no way she would have left it in Tamriel. She wanted to get it as far away from my father as possible. I can't imagine a better place.
And if she doesn't?
Then we find out where she hid it. If she's still alive. Well, as alive as she was before.
Yes.
Or as now. Or... you know what I mean.
I do. So, why not hide it in the Soul Cairn and then return?
Probably to avoid whatever my father would do to her if he could get his hands on her. Or maybe her plan was to come back, but she was stuck here. We won't know until we find her.
I see. Well, let's go find her then. I saw her up here a moment ago. She was right here, Serana. I'm sure of it.
Mother? Mother!
There.
It can't be.
Serana?
Is it really you? I can't believe it. How do we get inside? We have to talk.
Serana, what are you doing here? Where's your father?
He doesn't know we're here. I don't have time to explain.
I must have failed. Harkon's found a way to decipher the prophecy, hasn't he?
No, you've got it all wrong. We're here to stop him. To make everything right.
Wait a minute. You've brought a stranger here? Have you lost your mind?
No, you don't...
You, come forward. I would speak with you. So how has it come to pass that a vampire hunter is in the company of my daughter? It pains me to think you'd travel with Serana under the guise of her protector in an effort to hunt me down.
Valerica, I assure you this is no ruse. I want to keep her safe.
Coming from one who murders vampires as a trade, I find it hard to believe your intentions are noble. Serana has sacrificed everything to prevent Harkon from completing the prophecy. I would have expected her to explain that to you.
Oh, she did, and you see that's why I'm here. I need the Elder Scroll.
You think I'd have the audacity to place my own daughter in that tomb for the protection of her Elder Scroll alone? The scrolls are merely a means to an end. The key to the tyranny of the sun is Serana herself.
What? What do you mean?
When I fled Castle Volkihar, I fled with 2 Elder Scrolls. The scroll I presume you found with Serana speaks of Auriel and his arcane weapon, Auriel's bow. The second scroll declares that the blood of Cold Harbor's daughter will blind the eye of the dragon.
Yes, but how does Serana fit in?
Like myself, Serana was a human once. We were devout followers of Lord Molig Bal. Tradition dictates the females be offered to Molig Bal on his summoning day. You survive the ordeal. Those that do emerge as a pure-blooded vampire. We call such confluences the Daughters of Cold Harbor.
Molag Bal, of course. But what do you mean by Cold Harbor?
It's what some call the domain of Molig Bal. His place in oblivion.
So the tyranny of the sun requires Serana's blood.
Now you're beginning to see why I wanted to protect Serana.
Of course.
And why I've kept the other Elder Scroll as far from her as possible.
So, are you saying that Harkon means to kill her?
If Harkon obtained Auriel's bow, and Serana's blood was used to taint the weapon, the tyranny of the sun would be complete. In his eyes, she'd be dying for the good of all vampires.
I will not permit him to take her from me.
And how exactly do you plan on stopping him?
Valerica, I'm prepared to kill him if I have to. But I'll need your help.
Have you been listening to me? Like Serana, I'm a pure-blooded vampire. My presence on Tamriel is as much of a danger as hers.
And Serana's opinion in this?
You care nothing for Serana, or our plight. Whether or not you've become one of us in order to survive the Soul Cairn, you're still a vampire hunter at heart. You're here because we're abominations in your mind. Evil creatures that need to be destroyed.
Serana's different. She believes in me. Why won't you?
Serana? This stranger aligns himself with those that would hunt you down and slay you like an animal. Yet I should entrust you to him.
This stranger has done more for me in the brief time I've known him than you've done in centuries.
How dare you? I gave up everything I cared about to protect you from that fanatic you call a father.
Yes, he's a fanatic. He's changed. But he's still my father. Why can't you understand how that makes me feel?
Serana, if you'd only open your eyes. The moment your father discovers your role in the prophecy, that he needs your blood, you'll be in terrible danger.
So to protect me, you decided to shut me away from everything I cared about. You never asked me if hiding me in that tomb was the best course of action. You just expected me to follow you blindly. Both of you were obsessed with your own paths. Your motivations might have been different, but in the end, I was still just a pawn to you two. I want us to be a family again. But I don't know if we can ever have that. Maybe we don't deserve that kind of happiness. Maybe it isn't for us. But we have to stop him, before he goes too far. And to do that, we need the Elder Scroll.
I'm sorry, Serana. I didn't know. I didn't see. I've allowed my hatred of your father to estrange us for too long. Forgive me. If you want the Elder Scroll, it's yours. Your intentions are still somewhat unclear to me, but for Serana's sake, I'll assist you in any way that I can.
Thank you. Do you have the scroll with you?
Yes. I've kept it safely secured here ever since I was imprisoned. Fortunately, you're in a position to breach the barrier that surrounds these ruins.
I see. What do we need to do?
You need to locate the tallest of the rocky spires that surround these ruins. At their bases, the barrier's energy is being drawn from unfortunate souls that have been exiled here.
Those poor unfortunate souls.
Destroy the keepers that are tending them, and it should bring the barrier down.
I see. We'll return soon, Valerica.
One more word of warning. There's a dragon that calls itself Durnehviir roaming the cairn.
Durnehviir?
Be wary of him. The Ideal Masters have charged him with overseeing the Keepers, and will undoubtedly intervene if you're perceived as a threat.
A dragon here in the Soul Cairn? Valerica, you must know, I would never do anything to betray your daughter. But I must ask you, why haven't you pursued the prophecy? Your feelings for Harkon aside.
Harkon's vision is a world plunged in eternal darkness, where the vampire can flourish, and never again fear the tyranny of the sun. What he fails to realize is how much attention would be called to our kind if the prophecy came to fruition.
What sort of attention?
If eternal night fell, there are many who wouldn't stand for it. They would raise armies in attempts to return things to normal. The order of the day would be our destruction, until every last vampire was hunted down and eliminated.
I see, so you must feel that it's better to stay in the shadows.
I do. It's how the vampire has survived for millennia, and the only way we can continue to survive in the future.
Let me ask you, if I was to leave the Soul Cairn, can I safely return?
As you've been traveling in the Soul Cairn, your body has become attuned to it. Let's just say a tiny part of you rubbed off on it, and in its place, a bit of the Soul Cairn filled the void. You should find no difficulty using the portal any longer.
I can already feel it changing me.
Be careful, and keep my daughter safe.
You have my word.
Let's kill those keeper things and get back to the prison.
I agree. Follow me, Serana. If we look for the towers, then there must be one this way. That one's no threat. It appears as though we only have to worry about the souls that have been corrupted. Only through the corruption can they be captured again. So strange to me that you could even capture a soul that's already been captured and used and then be captured again. That is a fate I cannot imagine. Serana, this is one of the towers your mother spoke of. We should find the Guardian at once. If this dragon is going to be a problem, we should kill the Guardians as quickly as possible before it takes note. We must bring down this abomination quickly. One more shot. Never saw me coming. It's one down. Apparently this Durnehviir has not taken note of me yet. Serana, where did you go? I must admit, I'd rather prefer her company in this place. Something about being alone here makes me uneasy. There she is. As usual, you needed no help. I keep finding this husk here. I wonder what its purpose is. These ideal masters have yet to manifest and make themselves known.
Where'd you come from?
This one was tough. What? No. Serana, follow me. The second tower is just up ahead. I can't help but wonder what magic holds these barriers in place, and to what end. If the ideal masters are truly overseeing this place, I wonder why they would divide it in such a way. And who built these structures, and to what end? The more I learn about this place and the more time I spend here, it only leaves me with more questions. The energies here do remind me of the ruins of the Crystal Tower. There were magics inside that place that even the wisest among us couldn't fully comprehend or control. I feel strongly that this Soul Cairn is quite above my comprehension and indeed my control. What's this? Notorious cliff racers, they had to be destroyed. Seems to be only one page of a larger story, or a journal perhaps? I know not. Serana, who do you suppose wrote this?
Let's kill those keeper things and get back to the prison.
Of course you're right. But Serana, I have to ask, how are you feeling after talking to your mother?
Relieved, I think. All those things have been building for a while. You have no idea how long I wanted to say that to her.
My love, I don't mean to question you, but why did you ever agree to her plan?
Look, I loved my father, but when he found that prophecy, that became his life. Everything else, even me and my mother, we just became clutter. I was close with my mother, but she just kept feeding me her opinions of him, and eventually I started believing them.
I see. She certainly doesn't seem too fond of him, but It sounds like you already didn't like him much either.
Like I said, we were never very close. Not a lot of father-daughter bonding, if you know what I mean. But once we threw our lot in with Molig Bal, people just don't think about their families anymore. Power takes precedence, he always said.
And you were caught in the middle.
I was. Honestly, it took me up until now to figure out that my mother was really just as bad as he was. He was obsessed with power. She was obsessed with seeing him fail. It was just so toxic. Maybe I could have seen this coming. We could all be better off now.
Serana, please. Probably didn't have anything to do with you. I know it didn't, so you shouldn't blame yourself.
You don't know what it's like, coming from a family like that. Everything eventually tumbles down to you. Anyway, we should keep moving.
Yes. It would be interesting to see what type of home your mother has made for herself inside of this place. If we can get the barriers down, perhaps she'll give us a tour. This chest is radiating with power, but there's nothing particularly interesting in it. Another one of these notes, though. Pulled my longbow from my bag and not...
Where'd you come from?
When this story is put together, I have a feeling it'll be quite interesting. I wonder how many pages there are here. I know, Serana, you're not interested, but... I think even ramblings of someone who spent any amount of time here could be very valuable to furthering our understanding of the Soul Cairn. I still can't understand the mechanics of capturing a soul here. Just think for a second. Imagine you were killed and your soul was captured into a gem at the moment of your death. Then that energy was used to power some enchantment or recharge an artifact of some sort. Then you came here. I know, I don't mean to ramble on about it, but then after suffering an eternity in this place, to be captured again, and to repeat the process ad nauseum. That soul I just captured, Serana, do you even understand? What if I was to use it? Would the energies come back here as a twisted husk of all that ever remained? It's horrifying, these ideal masters. I don't know what their end game is, but it's dangerous. It's unnatural. It's disgusting. Some portal. Let's see. I see it brings you to the top of the towers. Serana, be careful! must be a guardian atop this tower. Look at these poor souls. They're being drained of the scant bit of power that is even left.
That'll teach you.
If only I had a soul gem large enough, Keeper. I would put you through the same torment that you inflict on these poor souls. Not even souls. The mere remnant. The mere remnant of a soul. What these beings must endure just through pure confusion. There's probably so little left of them that they can't even know misery. Just confusion and pain. Such great pain. What? Foul ceremony have I interrupted? What is that, a skull upon the pedestal? Whatever you were doing, it ends here and now! I counted 4. I knew it. This skull, it's large. It's... Could this be Arvak? It does look like a horse. I wonder... Now, how in Oblivion do I go about finding that man who was looking for it? And what comfort could he take from the skull? Now what is this? Something a bit different about this one. Hello?
What do you want?
What exactly are you doing?
How does anyone expect me to write my opus with all of these rude interruptions?
Your opus? My friend, what are you...
Good riddance.
Oh, could you be the one writing those pages that I'm finding scattered about? It's no business of mine. And he wasn't much for conversation, was he? Huh. This soul gem. I wonder if it's possible that I could. Yes, again, he mentions the Silt Strider. This is clearly part of a larger narrative. What do you think, Serana?
Let's kill those keeper things and get back to the...
Yes, yes.
Where'd you...
I'm sorry, Serana, I can't hear a word you're saying. That's better.
The sooner we get out of this place, the better.
Agreed. Keeper has taken notice of us, I shall end you. Get away from her. These foul beings are absolutely incessant. Now, I believe your mother said there were 3 such keepers. If we haven't attracted the attention of that dragon by now, I doubt we will. Let's return to her at once. The sooner we can leave this place, the better. One thing I can say with complete certainty is that I would hate to be here alone. I can easily see how this place would break someone's mind. Spirit might not be so easily broken as the mind, but that too would succumb to this place. Confusion and pain. Serana, it appears there's something here in this altar. I'm going to have a look. Wait. I know this soul. You there, you were the one looking for this.
Arvak! You saved him! His soul is free, I can feel it! He's such a loyal beast. Here, I'll teach you how to talk to him. He'll help you get around this wretched place. But I'm sure he'd be much happier someplace sunnier. Goodbye, hero. Take good care of Arvak for me. Such a good horse.
Arvak is your horse. I can't. Don't let me take him from you. No. Arvak. Arvak. Good boy, Arvak. Serana, look. I have a ghost horse. I promise I will take care of you, Arvak. Don't worry. Your master said your soul is free now, so I imagine you can come back with us to Tamriel. Just keep running, Arvak. We've got to get out of here. No, wait. This castle, it's Valerica. Valerica? Wait. I'm so confused. Serana, your mother... Serana, I completely forgot what we were doing here for a moment. It's this place, it's... Speak to your mother. I need to rest. Just for a moment, Valerica.
You managed to destroy all 3 keepers?
Yes.
Very impressive.
Now, are you able to give us the scroll?
Yes. Please follow me. Keep watch for Durnehviir. With the prison's barrier down, he's almost certain to investigate.
Durnehviir, the dragon, of course. If he didn't notice us killing the keepers, he would have noticed this barrier coming down.
I can't believe we found my mother alive. Well, you know what I mean.
I hope you're all right. I have a really bad feeling about this. Serana, stay at the ready.
Wait. I hear something.
He's here.
The dragon. One thing Serana might not have told you about me. I have a certain way with dragons. Your hour is at an end, beast. Can I actually absorb the soul of a dragon inside here? It appears as though I cannot. Nothing surprises me anymore in this place. Valerica.
Forgive my astonishment, but I never thought I'd witness the death of that dragon.
Well, what makes you say that?
Volumes written on Durnehviir allege that it can't be slain by normal means. It appears they were mistaken. Yes.
Go on.
The soul of a dragon is as resilient as its owner's scaly hide.
I know.
It's possible that your killing blow has merely displaced Durnehviir's physical form while he reconstitutes himself.
About how long do we have?
Minutes, hours, years. I can't even begin to guess.
Clearly not.
I suggest we don't wait around for that. Now, let's get you the Elder Scroll, and you can be on your way.
I very much like the sound of that.
Leading us to the scroll.
Serana, I don't even know what to say.
Come on. She's leading us to the scroll.
Yes. Lead the way, Valerica. There it is.
What did you want?
Just the scroll. The ancient Aliads. Of course. Effects of the Elder Scroll. It appears as though Valerica has studied
I can't believe
these.
we found my mother alive.
Much as I have. Look at these alchemical ingredients.
I can't believe we found my mother alive. Well, anyway, that's it. That's the last scroll. Come on, let's take it to Dexian.
Yes, we must return to Dexian.
I'm glad you're here. I don't think I could be doing this alone.
I could not imagine spending 1 minute in this place without you.
I'm glad you're here. I don't think I could...
I don't think your mother will mind if I borrow a few things that might help us in the fight against Harkon.
I can't believe we found my mother alive. Well,
I do. Valerica, thank
Now
you.
that you've retrieved the Elder Scroll, you should be on your way. If there's anything I can do before you depart, you must let me know.
can you help me get my soul back?
So my daughter applied some of the lessons I taught her about necromancy, did she?
She did.
Don't worry. I think I can help you.
Good, I could use all the help I can get.
Your soul essence was trapped inside a gem. When you and Serana entered the Soul Cairn, it was given to the Ideal Masters as payment. You simply need to retrieve the gem. The moment you touch it, your soul essence will be restored.
Any idea where it could be?
There's an offering altar not terribly far from here. I'm willing to bet that the gem you're looking for is there. Is there anything else? Could be your last chance.
So you intend to stay here?
I have no choice. As I told you before, I'm a daughter of Cold Harbor. If I return to Tamriel, that increases Harkon's likelihood of bringing the tyranny of the sun to fruition.
I swear, we shall return for you when we can.
I appreciate your concern for me, but Serana is all that I care about. You must keep her safe at all costs. Remember that Harkon is not to be trusted. No matter what he promises, he'll deceive you in order to get what he wants. And promise me you'll keep my daughter safe. She's the only thing of value I have left.
Valerica, I would give my life for Serana.
Did you have anything to ask before you depart?
No. Cannot wait to leave this place, I can say that. Serana! The dragon has returned! Get back! I killed you once, I can kill you again, beast!
Stay your weapons. I would speak with you, Quinarin.
What? I thought you were dead.
Cursed, not dead. Doomed to exist in this form for eternity. Trapped between Laas and Enoch. Between life and death.
I see, so tell me, dragon, why speak to me?
I believe in civility among seasoned warriors, and I find your ear worthy of my words.
I suppose I should be honored.
My claws have rended the flesh of innumerable foes, but I have never once been felled on the field of battle. I therefore name you Quinarin, or Vanquisher in your tongue.
Quinarin? Well, Durnehviir, I found you equally worthy.
Your words do me great honor. My desire to speak with you was born from the result of our battle, Quinarin. I merely wish to respectfully ask a favor of you.
A favor? How could I help one such as you?
For countless years I've roamed the Soul Cairn in unintended service to the Ideal Masters. Before this, I roamed the skies above Tamriel. I desire to return there.
You have great power, Dova, so what's stopping you?
I fear that my time here has taken its toll upon me. I share a bond with this dreaded place. If I ventured far from the Soul Cairn, my strength would begin to wane until I was no more.
I see. I also feel as though this place has changed me. So how can I help?
I will place my name with you, and grant you the right to call my name from Tamriel. Do me this simple honor, and I will fight at your side as your Graze Mazen, your ally, and teach you my Thum.
I just call your name in Tamriel, that's it?
Trivial in your mind, perhaps. For me, it would mean a great deal. I don't require an answer, Quinarin. Simply speak my name to the heavens when you feel the time is right.
I came here at great peril, Durnehviir, for one that I love. Tell me, how did you end up in the Soul Cairn?
There was a time when I called Tamriel my home. But those days have long since passed. The Dova roamed the skies, vying for their small slices of territory that resulted in immense and ultimately fatal battles.
I see. You were a part of all that?
I was. But unlike some of my brethren, I sought solutions outside the norm in order to maintain my superiority. I began to explore what the Dova call Elok Gillan, the ancient forbidden art that you call necromancy.
A dragon necromancer? That's just what the world needed. So you sought the Soul Cairn for answers.
The Ideal Masters assured me that my powers would be unmatched, that I could raise legions of the undead. In return, I was to serve them as a keeper until the death of the one who calls herself Valerica.
So they didn't tell you she was a vampire, did they? She's a mortal dragon.
I discovered too late that the Ideal Masters favor deception over honor, and had no intention of releasing me from my binding. They had control of my mind, but fortunately they couldn't possess my soul.
I see. So is that why you're free now?
Free? No. I have been here too long, Quinarin. The Soul Cairn has become a part of what I am. I can never fully call Tamriel my home again, or I would surely perish.
That might be preferable.
I only hope that you will allow me the precious moments of time there, through your call.
Tell me again, what does Quinarin mean?
In my language, the Quinarin is the vanquisher, the one who has bested a fellow Dova in battle.
As you can plainly see, I am not a dragon.
You are the Dovahkiin, the Dragonborn. You may not be one of us in body, but you have earned the right to bear this title.
Oh, so you have heard of me. Very well, Durnehviir. I shall call you when the need arises. Serana, let's leave this place. The sooner we deal with your father, the better. Although first, if you don't mind, I'd like to find my soul. I'd really rather not return to Tamriel without it. It's funny, you know, I can sense it. It must be in here somewhere. Serana, we've got to find it. I'm almost rethinking. I should have let you turn me into a vampire. I thought that would have been worse, but being without even a part of my soul, feels wrong. It feels wrong. Oh, by Oriel. Thank you. Now let's leave this place and never return. If we have to fight our way out, then so be it. I almost feel like I'm safe on this rooftop. I could just sit up here frozen in fear. But I've got to get out. We have got to get out. Another altar. Conjure bone. If it's to be a battle, you've chosen your opponent poorly. I can only assume that you serve the ideal masters. Well, if you do, tell them for me. They should have just let us go. This way. Come on, Serana. We don't have to kill them all. As much as I'd like to. I know we came in this way. I just know we did. There. That's the way out. I swear, if someday we can return for your mother, we will, but for now, let's just go home.